about 6:15 in the morning. Better get that fire going, I think. Shows how quickly the weather conditions can change here. 1 minute it sort of looks like that, comfortable, reasonable, and then the next minute we're about to get rained on here. It's dropped about 5 degrees in about the last 30 seconds. We're about to get wet. Okay, so the plan today was to move from Timbarra South, the campground we were at. We're going to head up to the Moscow Villa Hut, check that area out. We're going to take these back tracks, roughly along the sort of red line that I've put in here. But our mate at the campsite urged us not to. His experience on those tracks were they were very, very rough and not going to be very good considering it was raining. So we got the map out and we took this blue path, which was alright. Took us along some nice driving through the bush over towards Ensay, then from Ensay up to the Moscow Villa Hut. Of course, unbeknownst to us, we could have taken a shortcut and saved about half an hour by cutting across this track here, which I've put a little yellow circle around. Well, I think that might be snow up on the mountain just there. Or it could just be water on the rocks, I'm not sure. What do you guys think up there on that mountain?
Yeah, I think you could be right, Scotty. I think it's even off snow, it'll be like sleet, maybe piled up.
I said snow above 1,700 metres. Do you know how high we are, Benny?
800.
Don't know, they're talking about the bomb. I've had a good coating of snow here. Wowzers. I'm just going to stop it on the top of the hill here. I can't believe it's snowing. I did not think I'd see it on this trip. Wowzers. It's only light, but it's definitely snowing. A place called Bentley Plains. There's one for you, Chloe. Bentley Plains. Alright, we're at Bentley Plains just here. Little camping ground. There's a little hut here. There's a few people here bird watching. We've just caught the tail end of the snow. The sun's coming out. She's all melting. Bentley's Plain Horse Yard. This is just the Moscow Villa hut. So there's a bloke camping there, staying there overnight. He said it snowed about midnight. They got an inch or two overnight. That's our first official hut we've seen. The Moscow Villa. The Moscow Villa. I'm not going to tell people about what it is. They can look it up on the internet. But no, she's pretty good, isn't it? Little mezzanine level. Who's at my back of my leg? For me, this is the first. It's actually snowing. It's not pure snow. It's a wet snow, so it's better than sleet, but it's still snow. It's falling. It's lovely. Look at that. I'm getting covered in it here. Wow. I've never experienced this before in my life. First time for everything. Just past the Moscow Villa. This is great. Love it. It's cold. Alright, the Mount Newgong Fire Tower. I don't think we have to worry about fire today. This place isn't far from the Moscow Villa hut either. She's at least 5 degrees colder here though. At least. Holy moly. See how thick this snow is. Oh yeah, it's a decent bit of snow. Pick off the ground. Oh, just missed him. Oh shit, that's cold. Woo! Woohoo! Got him, yes, piss off. Oh, you're like a big kid belly.
I am. I was going to say, set your camera up.
Just here at the Washington Winch. And I'm not a timber cutter myself, I am from a very strong rich, oh, let me rephrase that, a family with rich history in the timber industry. I wouldn't say the family was rich because of timber. So basically for the uneducated, and probably for myself too, basically they had these things here that ran up and down these ridges and spurs, and there's a little motor or an engine that up there, and then they could run off it cables that would go and attach to the logs, and then the winches would pull the logs up here to get loaded up onto trucks and whatnot and sent off to the mills and whatnot. Interesting little setup. She must have been an impressive thing to see back in its day when it was producing timber. Of course, it adds into that snowing today as well. That certainly adds to the occasion. Let me go up here and check out the engine. We'll walk through all this slop. It's a bit of a different logging operation to the way my grandfather used to cut trees, which was just a chainsaw over his shoulder, walking through the bush, and then Dad would snig the logs out in the tractor, knock a collar on them and take them away in the truck off to the timber mill. Didn't have machinery like this. Big time operations. So it must be called the Washington winch because it comes from Washington, Seattle. That's where they made it. Ooh, getting a bit breezy again. Might get some more snow shortly. But there you have it. The Washington winch. Checking out the pie at the Omeo Bakery. It's supposed to be pretty good. I guess time will tell. I'll let you know. Alright, as luck would have it, Kosciuszko is way over there beyond those mountains and completely covered, and we can't see it today. So luckily it was only a short little trip because there's Omeo just down there. So we're going to head back towards that and then take the trip over to Dargo. So stay tuned. Forgot to mention, the pie was really good, worth eating if you find your way to Omeo at the bakery in town. I don't know how high we are.
12:34.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're probably up with as high as we've been so far today almost.
Yeah, temperature's 4 degrees. Well, we've left Omeo, we're making our way over to Dargo. Had a little bit of a snowstorm across the top of the mountain, that was pretty cool. We've come to a place called Dog's Grave. So we might check it out, see what's so special about the place. Plus there's a hut as well. Boney the dog was buried here about 1864 by Peter Meehan, his master and his friend. Oh, sad story. That's pretty cool. go in the hut here. Check her out. Hello, anybody home? Ah! Hey, well, no, we won't mention it. No, we're not taking the wood. Wow, eh? This looks like a very old hut with all this nice plywood.
If it's too cold, you just start stripping the walls,
Constructed by the Australian Deer Association members and friends. Nah, fair enough. Come up here and hunt. Nice little place to get you warm if you needed to during the winter. Yeah. Okay, camp number 3. We've arrived at Dargo. So there's the Dargo pub up there. We're down on the campground down the back. It's a bit muddy, well not really muddy, but a bit moist after the floods they had last week. But she's a lovely little spot. Be nice here when it's all dried out. Really good. There's Belly, me, Benny. And I'm joined by someone new today. Someone named Rob. Say go to the camera, Rob.
How's it going?
Good. So those Rob's a mate of mine from work. Some people may recognise him from somewhere else, but I'm not going to tell you where. Just if you're an AFL supporter, you may recognise his ugly mug. But this is his setup. Very simple, very basic.
Very new.
Very new, dirty big patrol. We're going up Billy Goes Bluffy in that, so we're going to get rid of his front bumper, destroy his steps,
Anyway.
you know, those sorts of things. So we're looking forward to that. First time he's used this swag. Probably bought it this morning on your way through.
No, I seasoned it like you told me to, Scott. I think it got wetter after the third time than it was after the first time.
No, that's what you're meant to do.
That advice was great. On
Did you wipe it down?
No, I dried it off.
Okay.
Let it dry off.
Amateur. So welcome, Rob. And this is it, Dargo.
Yesterday, Saturday. Saturday was long. Yeah, Saturday was pretty long. Billy and I left about 6. Met Benny and he would left about 6. And we got to camp.
Wayne Peters used to be the dog.
Big 3 days, big days.
Were you only on like you or did you?
Yeah, mostly that. Yeah. Until we hit the end of the dirt track down to camp. We started.